Good. Hi, this is Nicki Keohohou, CEO and co-founder of the Direct Selling World Alliance and Coach Excellence School. I'm so excited to have with me today Lisa Angell. And Lisa attended the Coach Excellence School Level 1 twice, and many people go 2 times. Sometimes it's an online and then a live, or 2 lives, or two onlines. But it's important that you get the information. So most people do 2 or more times. And so Lisa attended twice and walked away with a lot. And she wanted to share this with us. She actually had written me a testimonial, and I asked her if she'd be willing to do something on Zoom. And she said yes. So we're so glad that you did. Welcome, Lisa. We're glad you're here.
Thank you.
So you tell me, how has the DSWA Coach Excellence School equipped you to effectively work with your team during these somewhat challenging times?
Well, I really think that, challenges have a way of revealing or shining the light on some of the limiting beliefs that we have in our minds. And honestly, the only way that we can really shift those, I think, is to be aware of them. If we're aware of what's upcoming in our thoughts, that's going to lead us to either action or inaction. And then when we acknowledge something, we can repair it, we can change it, we can make better choices. And that's, I think, how Coach School equipped me, was to address those things, not just for myself, but for my team and my family. Everything I learned at Coach School translated into absolutely everything. And I really loved having that implemented all into my toolbox. And I think providing that when you're in service to another person, whether it be a family member or someone in business, we do want to become better in navigating, helping and supporting them in navigating those challenges.
Well, good for you. So, what did you learn from the DSWA Coach School to support you to be a good example for your family on how to stay calm and at peace when the world seems to be a little bit chaotic right now?
I think, when I was really thinking about that, I want to say learning in depth about personality styles, not to label people, but to help me understand behavioral styles, because that's really what we experience every day, but also in really challenging times. How and why different personality styles act and react to something. That brought me, I think, tremendous insight and perspective. Um, because not everyone sees the world the way that I do. And we think, why are they acting that way? Or where did that come from? Or sometimes we just try and splatter over it. But learning the personality styles in the way that they relate to behavior was an enormous support. And then I think the empowering questions that we learned, when we communicate in our circles, the who, the what, the when, the where, that brings clarity. And clarity allows people to take their very next best step, because, we know a confused mind does nothing. And so I think that was really helpful as well. And then for me personally, the heart-centered listening was really big. Just learning how to listen when people are sharing, not to think about what I'm going to respond with, or not to just jump in and say something and interrupt their thought pattern, but just to be silent and present, I think, was a really big gift that I got from Coach School.
And that, of course, supports you with everybody that you care about and love,
Yes,
which is a
for
good thing.
sure.
And particularly right now, I think people want to be heard. They want to communicate. They want to connect. So those skills you're putting to use while you're on your staycation at home with your family, which is good. So
Absolutely.
what did you learn about the use of enlightened vocabulary so you carefully use your words to empower others and yourself?
I think word choices that we have are a reflection of, our paradigm, how we view the world. And what I learned was really the difference between empowering vocabulary and disempowering. And those words can either lead to elevated thinking or unelevated thinking.
Mm.
And that leads to people taking action based on thoughts. And vocabulary is the root of that, I think. And so shifting into empowering vocabulary to allow someone to go higher in their thinking was a really wonderful tool.
Oh, I'm so glad that you're using it. So, how has your confidence increased in knowing that you have the skills to work with your team when they might be stuck or paralyzed or in fear or they don't have clarity in their direction? And right now, we have a lot of people that are sort of stuck in that place.
Well, I think when you live in the world, it depends on what you're choosing to believe and hear and all of those things. But internally, in one of the ways I think that my confidence increased was the way that Coach School is laid out, with the plethora of resources, but also the way that we're taught through one-on-one time, through assessments, through coaching scenarios that we're actually in and that are actually modeled to us. I think confidence comes from doing, and I think Coach School afforded us all of those opportunities to learn not just book work, but to really embody what we were being taught. And I think that made a really big difference for me to feel equipped in my service to others. And that led to me leading myself better. And so helping myself and others not compare ourselves on maybe social media, or giving us the confidence to show up authentically, I think, and imperfectly, has been a big gift. Being able to kind of coach myself in the tough times and others through uncertainty. And right now that's sort of where we are, is was through uncertainty. But really, I think it helps us let go what we can't control, and rest in what we can and make the next best step for what we're doing and taking action.
You really embraced that self-coaching, that whole module. I'm so happy for you because you've got you with you everywhere you go, and you can take care of your thinking, and you obviously have picked up on that and doing very well with it. So what would you say to others that have the opportunity to take the level 1 coach school online beginning April the 6th?
Well, I know for us, we waited for Coach School to come close. You cannot be everywhere all the time. And I really think with this online opportunity, what is the payoff of waiting? I just don't see that there is really a payoff to waiting till maybe the next time, since all of those other things are sort of erased right now. Travel time, taking time off of work, maybe to take the class, or finding arrangements to take care of their family. All of that is gone now. And so we have to consider, I really feel like investment pays over time all the time. It continually repays. You can spend money or you can invest it, but I think this is a great investment in yourself. And if you are in any type of circle of influence, people are our currency. And anything that helps equip us better to understand the people that we lead or love, I think is a great investment.
Thank you so much, Lisa. As a top leader in our profession, you have a lot of insight as to how to be the best you can be, to be a leader of leaders. So our hope is that all of you will get registered for this virtual coach school. It's discounted, 6 payments, a lot of great reasons to take it now. So thank you, everyone, and have a blessed day.
Thanks, Nikki.